Hi guys, how are you? It's Big Nostalgia here. What I would like to do with you today is to review this vintage Lego set from the early 90s. This set is set number 6897, the Rebel Hunter, from the Space Police 2 space theme. I didn't own this set, and I didn't own any of the Space Police sets when I was a kid. So this is part of one of the purchases I made over the last couple of years since I got into buying Lego sets from my childhood. And I have to say that I wasn't very fascinated about this set when I was a kid. But I radically changed my mind once I got it, after building it, and once I got it complete in front of me. What I like a lot of this set and made me change my mind is the look of it. That is very dynamic and very light as well. So definitely that struck me in a very positive way. And also what I like a lot is the structure of the build itself. I like a lot the use of these pieces that usually are used as supports in other builds. The use of these pieces as wings gives it a very interesting design. And also I like a lot the features, not just the look of it with the space to hold the cage containing the Blacktron minifig in the middle of it, but also I like the whole structure the whole structure of it that is the result of the type of features that are included in this set. So with any further ado, let's get into it and in more detailed way. Okay, so the front cockpit, it's a very average look, so there's not really much to see. It just has space for one minifig. That is this one. It's a very normal minifig. The only particular thing that is worth mentioning is that, as you can see, the face of the minifig is not the plain classic one with just a couple of dots as eyes and the little line to do the mouth, like it was very common in the until the mid-90s in the city sets, but this one was already showing some particular prints into it. And pretty much that's it. There is a bit of close-up to the torso, but yeah, nothing particularly interesting to highlight in my opinion. So yeah, not much going on the cockpit section, pretty average. But yeah, the whole the interesting part comes straight after. On what you can see is the whole structure of the build. Okay, so the feature of the set is that if you follow the indications given by these two tiles with arrows printed on top, what you can do is that you can just bend these parts of the build in order to create enough space in order to release the little jail that will contain the captured Blacktron minifig. It's an interesting jail, nothing particular into it. It's just a build, you know, big enough in order to contain a whole minifig, and it's built just using some L-shaped regular bricks in order just to create enough space, you know, for the minifig to fit in it in a pretty stable way, so you know, when you shake the thing it doesn't move around all over the place. The very interesting thing, going back to the spaceship, is that once you pushed this section to the sides in order to make enough room in order to release the J, you don't have to stop, but you can carry on. And taking advantage of the fact that the whole build, the whole section here is held together by these three Technic axles, is that you can push the whole back section forward in order to squeeze the whole spaceship, creating let's say closing all the gaps and creating a smaller version of the spaceship itself. I really like it. I really think it's a very fun and catchy feature. It's made with very basic, very common bricks, so very nice. Doesn't require much more than just a lot of creativity to come out with a feature like this. Now, the only kind of negative thing once you have the spaceship in this configuration is that you can see that part of these Technic axles come out of the back section for quite a pretty interesting extent, so it doesn't make it look very nice, but it's not a big deal. You can deal with it pretty, you can get over it, or at least I can get over it very easily. Okay, so very interesting build. I really like it. I didn't have it as a kid, so I didn't have the chance to play with it, so I can't tell you the impressions that I had when I was a kid. But if you had this as a kid, I would like you to write something in the comment section to tell me what it was like when you had this set as a kid. There's not much more to say in about this set itself. Pretty much once I showed you what I showed you till now is all I could show you. I don't have the box for this set, but I do have only the instructions, and unfortunately the instructions don't have any alternate build printed in it, so I can't show you any alternate build for it. However, I hope guys you enjoyed this review. Feel free to rate, comment and subscribe for more reviews. So thank you very much for your attention, and I'll see you later.